Welcome to the Happy Creepy Clown Room, a show that's going to explore creepiness, weirdness, strangeness, just general life. I think it's going to be fun. Am I going to be about getting subscribers and about this becoming popular? Well, it doesn't matter. I don't know who's going to listen and I don't know who's going to care.
Look at it this way, in 100 years, who's going to care?
And I kind of hope people do, but at the same time, I just want to get my thoughts out.
You should have thought about that before you let the clown out of the box.
I'm going to go completely non-scripted right now. I have no idea what I'm even talking about. This is all just coming off the top of my head.
Off the top of my head, this is what I'm going to do.
Somebody suggested to me that I might want to take a class in podcasting. Well, the problem is I'm a recording engineer and a sound engineer and a musician. So I already have equipment. I already know how to record. I know how to edit. I know how to put music in. I know how to find music. I know how to play music. But putting together a podcast is a different type of thing than putting together a song. I can write a song, like, immediately. I don't sing, but I can play guitar, program drums, play bass, play keyboards, do all kinds of things of that nature. Just assemble samples. Just buy samples and assemble them. Everything's license free now. It doesn't even matter. But assembling a talk show is a bit different because I'm not a personality. I'm just me. I'm just Jason. So I'm sure that one of the things that we'll start by doing is turning off everything. But right now my little girl is sick and she doesn't feel good today, so she's not at school. So I have her in her other room, in her bedroom, watching her shows in bed because she said, "That's what I want to do today, Daddy."
This is what you want to do today?
I'll probably assemble a lot of this out of bits and pieces and bits and parts.
The bits and pieces you never bothered to put into words.
From the bits and pieces I've put together.
I'll put in some kooky sound.
And I'll be able to tell you what other special surprises we got planned for you here.
Some interesting sound bites. Some clips from movies.
Well, regardless of what country they are from, movies speak to all of us through their captivating images and their wonderful stories.
Who knows? Who really cares? Again, why?
Remind me again why you're doing this.
I've been listening to a lot of different podcasts from a lot of different people, most of them comedians, and it seems to help when you're a comedian because you can kind of make everything funny. But my MO with this is not to make everything funny because I'm definitely not a comedian.
This is every comedian's dream.
Comedian, George?
I have thoughts, a few, maybe a bunch, but I'm no comedian. I'm no scholar. I'm definitely not hugely well read. I don't like to read. I don't like to pick up books and flip through pages of books. It bothers me. It gives me a headache. I don't like to read words on a page. It works better to have something like Audible, where I can just listen to a book in my ears. I can listen to somebody read it to me. The way my mom always did when I was little, because, here, you got to do a book report. You're not going to read the damn book? Well, I'll read it to you, and then you can answer the questions.
Thanks, Mom.
I'm going to call this the Happy Creepy Clown Room just because that's where I started it. I started a Facebook group. It's called the Happy Creepy Clown Room. You can find it on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram as the Happy Creepy Clown Room. But social media is so social, and I'm kind of antisocial.
One person, alone in the dark.
I don't have a whole bunch of social outlets and friends and things like that. I'm
Willing to speak the truth.
I'm a single dad. My ex-wife and I got divorced about 3 years ago. I still have a hard time with
I'm having a hard time being a good dad and doing this job.
relationships. I'm just me. I kind of just stuck the mic up here and I'm just talking and I'm letting things flow off the top of my head.
Off the top of my head, this is what I'm going to do.
I went through a lot of struggles with depression and anxiety, things like that. I went to therapy for quite a while. I did some men's work. I went on top of a mountain with a bunch of other guys that have problems, and we screamed about it, and we came to resolutions about why we feel the way we do. And it helped somewhat, but it also gave me a lot more questions than answers.
More questions than answers.
More questions.
No more questions.
I was on depression medication for quite a while and anxiety medication for quite a while, and I went through a few different ones before I found the combination that worked for me. But then by the time I got it to quote unquote work, I felt like I was just dulled down. My senses were dulled. I wasn't mad at anything. I wasn't happy at anything. I was just kind of ugh. Smoked pot for a lot of years, 26 years to be exact, and I quit earlier this year. Just cold turkey, stopped.
So I pulled myself together, cold turkey.
Decided it wasn't for me anymore. I think that it finally got to the point where it just wasn't working. It wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. It didn't make me happy. It was kind of just a habit, and somewhat expensive habit, because it got to the point where I was having to go and buy it, and I didn't want to do that anymore. I was growing it for quite a while and processing it, making hash oil out of it, smoking the hash oil all the time, and just not happy. So I've been kicking around a lot of ideas about this podcast and what I want to do with it, where I want to go. I'd like to find some people that want to come and talk with me, but obviously not come to my house because of this ridiculous virus that we have going around. So I'm going to do hopefully some virtual type of interviews, but I don't know. I'm not an interviewer. I'm not a journalist. I don't really have a whole bunch of influential, philosophical, talkative friends. The things that I would want to talk to people about, I'm pretty sure the people that I know wouldn't be interested in talking about them with me, and especially not on a public forum like a podcast. So I don't know. That might have to be carefully tailored. I might just go on a subject and keep going. But a few of the things I've been kicking around have been, okay, clowns. I love clowns. Clowns are cool. Clowns are funny. Clowns are weird. Clowns are happy. They're sad. They're damaged humans, I feel like. I feel like there's a madness behind the makeup that is being covered with just being a goofball. Then go on to what a creepy, horror, disgusting clown is that was made popular by Stephen King with It, with Tim Curry.
Famous clown!
Pennywise? Yes, me, George.
And things like that. And it kind of obscured what Bozo was trying to do.
Do we have fun when he's around?
And what, Red Skelton was trying to do, which was be funny and be happy and let the kids enjoy themselves and be the butt of the joke in the circus. And I feel like those people were different than, It and Art the Clown and Captain Spaulding and things of that nature. So I guess we could go on about, why I collect them and what I collect. And most of my collection includes clowns from thrift stores and paintings that I find in the thrift store or on sale or, in a few of the really cool collectible groups that I'm in. There's one on Facebook called Mike's Dead Formats, and I found a lot of clowns from the people in there. My good friend, well, I say good friend, he was my good friend in high school, and we lost connection like most people do after high school. He owns the comic book store in town, so that in itself is like a connection to a comic book goofiness that I was never really into comic books, and that because it kind of involved that whole reading things off of paper, and I'm not really good at it. And honestly, the format of a comic with the word bubbles just bugs the living hell out of me. It makes it really hard for me to follow and really hard for me to understand the language and the way it's going. So a bunch of the other things that I've been thinking about doing, I love conspiracies. I love conspiracy theories. I love people that have just weird, off-the-wall, freaking amazing conspiracy theories. There's lots of them. But to me, that has to be carefully chosen because I don't want it to become too serious because a lot of it is political, and I don't want to take this into a political sense at all. I don't want to talk about politics. I don't want to talk about religion, the things that you're really not supposed to talk about at the dinner table or in a public forum. Just keep that fucking shit to yourself. I feel like it's like, you know, your actions will show what the fuck you feel like. Your actions will show what you do. You know, and if you're the kind of person that donates things and then puts it on Facebook that you donated something, I don't fucking care about that. Just go donate. Don't let anybody know about it. Do something good and try not to get caught. That's the whole idea. Because what you do when people aren't looking at you is more important. Because if you're trying to show people that you do it, then I feel like you're just showboating and you're showing that you're trying to become popular for doing something good, and that doesn't do anything for anybody except for your ego. And one of the things that I've been really striving towards is to keep my ego in check, because a big ego has a lot to do with why a man is angry and why a man can be depressed, or a woman, but in my case, a man. Your ego is a big part of why you feel you need to argue. So I've been going on for about 12 minutes about this, and I really don't know where I'm going with it, and I don't know what I'm doing with it. So hopefully I'll see you all. No, I won't see you. Hopefully you people will listen, pass it on to another friend will pass it on to another friend. I'll figure out a way to put up some kind of a survey or something so you people can ask me what you want to ask, or have read what you want to have read. Have a feeling put out there on a public space by me. But I want to go back and maybe state something about politics and religion. I want to put my stance out there, but at the same time, I don't want to invite ridicule, I guess. I feel like I don't want to be challenged on some of those things because I don't want to defend.
Don't want to fight? Oh, stop it! No!
I don't have the background to really defend a point of view.
I don't want to fight.
I just feel the way that I feel, and I want to just have that be left alone. But that's kind of, to me, that's kind of cowardly. So I don't want to put out something that I can't defend, or that I feel is something that someone would attack me on, and I'd just be like, look, that's just the way I feel, and I don't have any reason to tell you otherwise. So who knows where this goes? I might just find some really cool stories and read them. I might just read some poetry.
I hope you're going to enjoy it. Thanks a lot, Larry, for being another Bozo President winner! Oh, I tell you, it's more fun here. We'll have more excitement, plenty of surprises coming up here in the center of the Bozo TV circus, so stick around for all the fun and excitement!
You can find links to all the things that I do, including music, YouTube, Instagram, the Clown Room, the music that I play, the music I record, a bunch of different things. Anyway, you can find that at Linktree. So linktr.ee/TheJason. That's TheJason. You can find me on Instagram as Jason Transformation. Also under The Happy Creepy Clown Room. You can find me on Facebook under my name, Jason Marshall. But you can also find my page under The Happy Creepy Clown Room. My Twitter feed is Jason J. Marshall. All the other links will be at that Linktree account, including my toy store, because I make toys sometimes, my YouTube page, my Everyday Carry Mercantile, my voiceover page. There's tons of shit. Just look for it at that link. linktr.ee/TheJason.